Hi everyone, this is Nicky Jameson here again, and I'm about to do another brush play around demo in Corel Painter 2023, and this time I'm going to be making some marks with a brush pack called Expressive Oily. Now I've just got this brush pack. I have many brush packs in Corel Painter. Corel Painter comes with its own brushes, but I also, and anybody who has Painter or even Painter Essentials can buy lots of brushes for Corel. So some of my brushes are here, and what I'm trying to do is to go through some of my brush packs because a lot of them I've just got and I've never really used them, so I don't really know what they do, so it's a little bit of a waste. Some of them are more obvious than others, and obviously they looked very interesting to me, and that's why I bought them. But other brushes, if I can show you here, I have lots of brush libraries for specific things. So if I've done any courses, I've tended to pick up brushes, a whole brush library here. When I did a Bob Ross class, I got some Bob Ross brushes. I'm going to go back to the Painter 2023 brushes, and I'm going to go to the Expressive Oily, and we're just going to test them. That's if I can find them again, because I've just lost those. So let me just where is it? Expressive Oily. Here we go. Fortunately, they're in alphabetical order now. So the first brush is called the Artist Fine Detail Oil. I did have a really quick play around with it. I've actually got this canvas which I filled with this dark color, and I will just pick some colors as we go, and we'll just see what these brushes are like. So I'm really just testing it. So this is the Artist Fine Detail, which is a really lovely brush, very smooth, very expressive. If I press, I'm pressing hard, I get a lighter touch. If I press lightly, it almost kind of blends. Let's try it. And that's really nice. I am using a canvas. Corel has lots of has a really great paper library. Plus, you can buy papers to go with any kind of papers you like, from watercolor to all sorts, to rough texture, to gouache, to gesso. I'm never sure how that's pronounced, but you can get some really interesting strokes by just changing the paper or changing the recipe of the brush, which we won't go into right now, just in the interest of time. So this is the Artist Fine Detail, and this is a really, really nice brush. I like that one. Okay, the next one is the Artist Flat Clumpy Wet Hog, which is a really interesting name here. And first of all, I will reset it to its defaults. That is a really beautiful brush. That goes on so smoothly. Wow, that is really nice. I can see that could be great for doing some blocking in. It actually covers. If I lighten that a bit, I really like this one. This is a very, very nice brush. I should probably make it a little bit smaller, because see how that does. Yep, you can get different effects if you depending on the size of the brush, the paper, all sorts of variables. That gives you a lot of options. So I'm going to undo some of that. Okay, the next one is the Artist Real Detail Camel. Let's pick another color. Try and conserve space. So this one is a little bit more restricted, but it's a nice brush. Let's go a bit darker. It's a very nice cover. Be great for blocking in. And this is me pressing really hard, and you can see it actually blends pretty well, or mixes with a. So that is. It doesn't have color variability. Some brushes have color variability, which means that depending on how you either rotate the brush or use the brush, it will impart different colors. So I've used a lot of paint there. Artist Real Oily Fine Camel. Pick another color here. Let's try and be a bit creative here. So this one is kind of more wispy. It is expressive, but it's kind of subtle. I think this is more of a blender brush actually, which blends strokes, which is really nice. But if you're expecting this one to be like a heavy, you know, put on heavy paint or lay down heavy marks, you might be disappointed. And I'm just checking what we've got here. Increase the feature, which I don't really play around with those a lot, but features will bring out a little bit more of the feature of the brush. Okay, so that obviously works on the paint. Let's go to the next one. Real Oily Oval Camel. Okay, let's see what this one shows us. Right, so do I need a darker color for that? It's too light. No. Okay, so this is very interesting. I think this one, I need to reset it first of all. Yeah, okay. I hadn't reset it, so it was doing something else. But this pulls very gentle color, and it kind of blends. Like you put the paint down, but it kind of makes it really ethereal and really nice and blendy. I like this one. This is something to definitely play around with. Something I'll come back to. And if I was to mix some color in there, you'd get this effect. So that's a really nice one. That's the Real Oily Oval Camel. And it has an oval taper. So the Artist's Real Short Camel. Let's have a look at that. So the Real Short Camel. That goes on very smoothly as well. There's another smooth brush. Oh, didn't reset it, which I should always do. Yeah, you're getting a real nice paint stroke there. Very expressive, very oily. And funnily enough, it pulls in the other paint. So it blends and mixes with the paint there. That's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, let's go on. Real Short Filbert. Let's pick. I'm being very boring with my colours here. I don't know why. Okay, I like this one. This is pretty nice. Real Short Filbert. And I mean, I'm not painting a picture. I've painted lots of paintings with Corel Painter, but this is just really a brush play around to see what these brushes do without having the pressure of painting a picture. When I paint, I tend to go to the ones I know how they work. Anyway, this is a really nice brush. It doesn't mix as well, but it's got a really, really smooth feel to it. And did I reset it? I hope I did. Yeah, it's really, really nice. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful strokes there. Alright, a Real Short Filbert. So, Artist Round Clumpy Hog. I'm going to go a bit faster here. Clumpy Hog. Have I just done that one? Oh, that's Short Filbert. That was not right. See, I could tell. This is the Round Clumpy Filbert. I like that. It's really nice. Very creamy. Very creamy. You could get some really lovely fine art pictures out of that. Tapered, wet, flat. And remember, I don't know what these brushes do. Let's reset it. So this is kind of wet. Has a wet stroke. And that is very nice. And you can see how it interacts with the paint. It's almost a 3D effect. And if you change the papers, you get like a different result. That's, you can see it better that way. That's lovely. I love that one. That's a very nice one. The next one is the thick, real, clumpy oval. Oops, I skipped one. I should do this really quick. Which is a thick paint, and you'll see here that it's actually put this on its own layer, a thick paint layer. So let's go a little bit quick here now, just in the interest of time. So this is a thick paint brush. I love these thick paint brushes. I hope I reset that. So you get a really creamy thick paint effect, which if you change the paper, for instance, you can also change. It's got quite a high contrast here, so if I bring that down, it will affect the brushes here, affect the brush. Alright, so the next one is the thick, real, grainy, flat. So we're in clearly in thick paint territory here. Look at that. Very nice, goes on really, really smoothly. And that is some beautiful thick paint. It's a flatter brush. Scruffy hog, thick, real, scruffy hog. What should we pick here? We're being a bit. Let's go. Okay. Ooh, that was nice. Oh, you can see here. This is a really good example. Actually, it's interacting with the canvas. So it's pulling out the canvas. So clearly, this is a grainy. Doesn't say it's a grainy, but it is a grainy. If you have a brush that says grainy, it will interact with the grain. And I think I did reset it. Pardon my color choice. Just trying to go fast here. So that's a nice thick paint one as well. Okay, real thick, real filbert. Another thick paint with bristles, and you can reduce the visible depth if you don't like too much depth there. That's a really nice one. Beautiful. Blends pretty well as well. That's lovely. All right, and thick, real, wet oval. So we still have thick paint here. Let's choose a different color. But it's a creamier, smoother, dare I say, blendier paint here. And like I say, you can go into the brush controls and you can look at the recipe and you can see exactly what type of brush it is, and you can actually make it act differently. So, but this is it in their default. So really, it's a really nice thick paint brush there. All right, and I think the last one is the Artist's Wet Camel. So this is our last one. Let's choose a different. Let's not be boring, Nicky. There we go. Different color, different feel. This is not a thick paint brush. This is just a camel, wet camel. And to choose any color here, I just type in Alt and select, and I can pick up a color. So this is another really beautiful brush, and people who are really into making brushes can probably turn any of these brushes into completely other types of brushes and come out with something really amazing. I'm not into making brushes yet, only because of time, but I do know how to do them, and in the meantime I like acquiring them and finding out what they do. So thank you for, if you've watched this far, thank you for watching, and that's it for this video. I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.